Hey and welcome, Miss Kira Speaks. Before we get started, I ask that you watch the videos till the end, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. We're back again for another episode of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 14, Episode 3, The Tea is Served. So the episode opens and we quickly see a few of the ladies spending time at home with their families. And then we see Miss Kenya looking for a space for Brooklyn's third birthday party. She tells us Brooklyn loves a tea party. Fab, just like her mama. After a few requests from Kenya, this party is going to be the place to be with a price point between 10 and 15K. Kenya says she doesn't know what Mark is doing, but she has physical custody of Brooklyn. Mark is paying child support, and Kenya, she just needs him to sign on the dotted line and make the divorce official. Now, in her confessional, she mentioned something about spousal support, and I think I saw online that he was seeking just that. Child, I'm gonna need Mark to have several. Sheree, she's working out to keep that body tight, and I need Sheree's body. Marlo comes in to join her, and she's looking cute, but she did not come there to work out. They talk Marlo's gala, and Sheree says it was a good concept, but it's a niche clientele. Which is fine because Marlo wants to keep it in the industry, honey. Turns out, Sheree's son, Cairo, works at Tyler Perry's studio in wardrobe. Cairo is so cute. Marlo asks Sheree how it is to raise a boy, and Sheree tells her she's doing a good job. In her confessional, Sheree talks about the struggle and the responsibility of raising kids as a single mom. If I don't know that too well. Michael and Marlo are both in acting classes. Marlo tells us to check her IBMD. The producers had to tell her it's IMBD. And the producers this season, keep up the good work. So Marlo, she talks to Sheree about her and Drew having the same assistant. Marlo says the streets are saying that Sheree does not pay her bills. And child, I did not realize that was the same messy Anthony from Basketball Wives. Sheree, she's a little upset that Kandi didn't bring it to her first. And Drew still hasn't said anything to Sheree either. Sheree said Mr. Anthony was running his mouth about Drew, her husband, her household. Yikes. They talk Kenya and the gala, and then we're throwing shade about each other's invitations. Apparently, Kenya sent out a text for Brooklyn's birthday party. Sheree stays carrying a bone, and who cares if she sent a text? It's for a 3-year-old's birthday party. I can't. Kandi, she's on her businesswoman-ish, talking her Broadway play, and the numbers are up. Kandi has booked a la carte as a LGBTQ character. That's on All Black if you didn't know, and I had no idea that Kandi was in it. I might actually have to go check it out now. Have you guys seen it? Drop down in the comments and let me know. Miss Kandi is trying to get an EGOT, and I ain't mad at her. I think Whoopi Goldberg is the only black woman with the EGOT. Kandi says she wants the EGOT, but she wants to eat and sleep too. Todd comes in and they talk the sex scenes, and then we get into their sex life. Kandi in her confessional admits she hasn't been on top of her game. Todd talks about feeling left out lately, and then they talk about Todd's project he left Kandi out of. And it sounds to me like Todd just wants to stand out on his own. And I get it, but anybody that's married to the Kandi Burruss, I have a feeling you're going to have to take a little bit of a backseat. Drew is with a messy assistant shopping for Brooklyn's party. She's excited to be invited. I mean, with Portia gone, Drew ran to get that makeup real quick, child. Mr. Messy, he talks about Sheree not paying. I am not trying to hear about this or Ralph's entanglements all season, Drew. Come on, sis, give me something, cause this ain't it. So Sanya calls Drew, and she's just been in an accident with an 18-wheeler. Her car got sideswiped and the truck just kept going. My heart skipped a beat, y'all, because car accidents are some scary stuff. So Drew, she heads on over to pick her up, and then they gotta make a run to go pick up Deuce. Later, we see Sanya and Ross talk about his trip to Texas. The couple started a chauffeur service in Austin when Ross retired from football. He had to make a quick trip to get some things together. Then they have a quick conversation about the car accident. It's the day of Brooklyn's party and everything looks amazing. Then again, what else would we expect? And Kenya looks too cute in her black and white. and folks are late. We're talking CP time, and it looks like Sheree is the first one to show up. And it sounds like we're going to be messy and bring up this assistant at the baby's party. So Sanya comes in looking too cute, followed by the Moneta. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. Drew comes in and I was like, oh, she looks cute. Turns out it was the same dress that Kenya wore for Brooklyn's Barbie party. I mean, I guess she got it right. So Drew, she starts to talking to Sanya about Ralph. Turns out, after their disaster of a dinner with Drew in her best ice skater dress, that Ralph has been sleeping in their son's room. When I tell you I'm about tired of Drew and Ralph, the whole situation has your girl triggered. I can't do the toxic relationships, not even for play. So Marlo comes in, and as Miss Brooklyn is about to make her entrance, in walk Kandi and Ace and Blaze. And then we get to see Brooklyn. So they decide they're going to do a game where you put your best tea on someone without your name on a little piece of paper. Kandi was me at a kid's party? I don't know who thought this was a good idea, and I knew it was about to be some BS. Deucey child, he was over it, and everybody sits down and everything seems to be going well. We play a little Brooklyn trivia, and then comes the shady tea. Child. So Kandi pulls out a slip of paper, and lo and behold, it says Kandi suck in locker rooms. That's a lie, Kandi said. Child, are you kidding me? Who said that? Moneta says, sounding like Portia. Everyone is shocked, appalled, and they got questions. You know, I thought it might be Marlo, and I'm hoping I'm wrong because we didn't get to find out this episode, but fingers crossed, honey. That's, ooh, yikes. In her confessional, Kandi is annoyed, and she says she's offended because she has never. Kandi asks who wrote it, and it's crickets. She really wants to know, but Kenya says they have to move on. There are some comments about La Archive. We talk about borrowing people's cars and Marlo's Rolls Royce being used. Just drama, child. You know how these ladies do. And here we go. Someone doesn't pay their assistant. Drew says she tried to talk to Sheree. We get into Sheree not paying and Drew spreading the word. And then these two start going back and forth just like Marlo and Kenya were a few minutes ago. Someone says, is that the same assistant that said her husband was gay? Baby. That someone is Sheree's friend. Drew is annoyed and she starts to going off. And I can't say that I blame her. But all the confusion is going on when a Kenya's white guest has had enough. It's a kid's party. Kids are here. This is ridiculous. This is embarrassing. Kenya, she goes to see the lady out and Marlo could care less. Then Sheree calls Drew a dizzy bitch and Kandi says this wasn't a game for a kid's party. Agreed. Kenya points out that the person that Drew should be upset with is Anthony, the messy assistant. Drew says he's on probation and everyone is in an uproar. And somehow Drew didn't connect the dots that Anthony was the one that made the allegations about her husband. And then Drew points fingers and says Sheree should have addressed her to tell her this. Kenya says, let's table the whole thing. We're here to celebrate Brooklyn. In her confessional, we hear Kenya say the party was a success and that she does it all for Brooklyn. Mamas. Then the ladies start having another messy conversation. Marlo says, y'all can laugh about my event. Y'all can laugh about the assistant rumors. Drew is annoyed about the Ralph rumors, and Kandi is still pissed about the tea on the card. Sheree is mad that Kandi didn't come to her, and Kandi says she was trying to give Drew a chance. Kenya says there will be other opportunities, but this ain't it. Kandi says she's got to go, but she wants to make sure the girls are going to be in New York for the play. And that is kind of where we end. How did you guys feel about the episode? Please drop your thoughts down below in the comments. Looks to me like Sanya and Sheree are besties, while Sheree and Drew got that beef. I can't wait to see the New York trip. If you have made it this far, Put a teacup emoji down in the comments for Brooklyn's party and all the tea that was spilled there. I hope you'll come back and join me for my recap of episode 4. While you're here, please check out some of my other content. Thank you. And before you go, like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate you. Peace.